The voters in Wexford County have a choice between two different candidates. And I want to tell you about the breadth of experience that I bring to the job. I spent the first 7 years as an attorney on active duty in the Army Judge Advocate General Court. My first job for 3 years was at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. And while at Fort Leavenworth, I prosecuted soldiers and officers and other service members who committed offenses on and around the base. Now, in that job, I worked with not only military police officers and investigators and their special agents, and I've also worked with FBI agents. In 2013 through 2014, I volunteered for deployment to the Middle East. And while I was overseas, I was a prosecutor for the United States and the United States Army. And I prosecuted cases that involved misdemeanors, felonies of not only military service members of all branches committing crimes in that area, but even also help an investigation involving counterterrorism and contractor fraud and other things like that. In addition to serving as a prosecutor, I've also been a defense attorney. And as a defense attorney, my cases have taken me all over. And locally, over the past 12 years, I've represented people here in Wexford County charged with misdemeanors and felonies. But my practice has taken me outside of the local area and given me a broader breadth of experience. So back to you, the voter. Why is it important? Because you won't hear from me the same old response. You won't hear from me, well, that's the way it's always been done, or that's the way so-and-so is done. Instead, I bring to the table a broad range of training and experiences and proven success to this position. My experiences aren't merely here within the city of Cadillac or within Wexford County. My experiences and training have taken me across northern lower Michigan, into the Upper Peninsula, and even down south toward Detroit. My experiences bring me training and experiences from outside of Michigan, across the United States, and overseas in other countries. I have worked with civilian police officers, prosecutors, and judges and probation officers from all over the globe. The first thing the prosecutor needs to do is establish what his or her priorities are. The Michigan Constitution says that the prosecutor is the chief law enforcement officer of the county. And that prosecutor needs to have established priorities, and everyone needs to know what they are. They need to be able to look at a website and show what they actually are. You can go on the Wexford County prosecutor's page and they're not there. You can go to other county prosecutor web pages and you'll see them there. But the first step is setting out those priorities. Number 2, assessing the resources that you have, looking around, the number of hours, the number of dollars that you have, the number of police officers, the cases that they have, and figure out how best do I maximize those resources to have the most impactful result on crime here in Wexford County. I think one of the most important things is we can't plea bargain 98% of our cases as we do currently. Our current prosecutor's office guilty pleas in district court, where most cases are handled, 25% more than the predecessor, 32% more than the predecessor before that. I also know that on trials, the current prosecutor's office handles merely a handful in a trial, where the previous prosecutor handled on average about 17 a year. The prosecutor before that, 32. Why? That's the question we should be asking. And if the answer is, well, that's just the way we do it, that's not a good answer. We need to take cases to trial. Why is it important to take a case to trial? Well, it's like flexing a muscle. If you don't exercise that muscle, it atrophies and becomes less effective. To be able to have a true impact on crime, to actually reduce the number of crimes being committed here, you have to try cases and send a message of deterrence. You need to have police officers more experience to testifying on the stand. Go around and ask your police officers, when was the last time they testified at a trial? When they were last exposed to vigorous cross-examination from a skilled defense attorney? I'm going to bet that most of them haven't. And that's not their fault. Our police officers are out there doing a difficult, important, and dangerous job every day, 24 hours a day for us. They need to know that they are a part of a team with the prosecutor's office. They need to know that their prosecutor will take important cases to court. They need to see results. And they also need to be put on the stand occasionally so they can learn maybe other ways and how to better prepare a case. Unless they see how they're going to be cross-examined by skilled defense attorneys, There are lessons that are valuable to them that they are missing. Again, if you hire me as your prosecutor, you will not get the answer of, well, that's the way we just do it, or that's the way it's always been done. No. So if you have any questions about me, my priorities, what I want to do, what I bring to the table, ask me. Find me on Facebook or find my webpage at elmoreforprosecutor.com. Email me, write to me. My address is there. Reach out and call me at my office. I invite all of you to join me and my family, my campaign team, and those who support me. Help us make Wexford County a better place to live, work, vacation, and more importantly, raise a family. Thank you for considering me, and remember to vote on August 2nd, 2016.